Yo, it's Aaron Moses, and this is my response to Pretty Boy Fredo's Jasmine side of the breakup, exposing the truth about our, I guess it says relationship. Now, I watched this whole video. I was on Twitter one day, and I found this video on Twitter, obviously, and I've been on both sides. I've been on both sides of the story. I've been on Jasmine's side, and I've also been on Fredo's side. Now, firstly, what I want to tell you is one of the big homies told me way back before I even considered this style of relationship. He told me to never move in with a woman ever. Number one is because if you end up breaking up with her, you're not gonna have anywhere to go. 9 times out of 10, if a woman breaks up with you and she lives in your home, she's gonna have somewhere to go. She's not gonna have to go to a homeless shelter. She's gonna be able to stay with her parents, or she's gonna have three dudes in her phone that are platonic friends that she can live with, auntie or grandma, somebody. 9 times out of 10, if you have what I have down there and on here, you're not gonna have anywhere. Nobody's gonna put you up in their house, bro. You're gonna be out of luck. All right. So the second reason is because you are going to get her pregnant within 6 months. Okay. And I experienced that. That happened. That's fact. So don't do that. So if you choose to go against what I was taught like I did, just know if anything happens, both of you guys need to be employed and both of you guys need to be able to carry the full load. I mean, that goes without saying, without the other person's help, just in case the person gets fired or pregnant or what have you. Okay, if you only require, let's say, $1,400 a month to keep your household up, you need to be making 14, she needs to be making 14. There needs to be at least $2,800 before taxes coming through that house. Okay, simple. Now, on my side, what happened with me? Now, I broke up with Liz twice. The first time, she actually broke up with me, but we were still forced to live together because we were very impoverished. We were living with my grandmother. She was about 6 months pregnant. Okay, what happened was apparently, now I'm not the master guru, daddy teacher of relationships. I had only been in like two relationships before Liz. All right, so I wasn't well versed in that area. So when she broke up with me, I took that as a go. Well, let me look for a new girl or somebody to play with or something. So during this time, she's still cooking for me. I'm cooking for her, still calling me baby. We're still doing our thing. And she hears me on the phone in the den with this other chick, and she busts in, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What? Hold on, let me call you right back. What's up? What's up? What do you mean? What am I doing? We just did what we did last night. I thought we were together." I was like, "No, we're not." What? We're not. And then we went back and forth, blah, blah, blah. Called my girl back. Boom, it was settled. So 3 days later, we ended the night the same. We were doing what we were supposed to do as two healthy adults. And before I skipped a small part, before I started, I said, "Look, we're going to do this. This does not mean that we're back together, okay? That's not what this means. This means that I have needs, you have needs. Let's get it." And I was like, "Are you sure?" I asked her 3 times, "Are you sure?" And she said, "Yeah." What happened? 2 days later, I'm on the phone with the same chick again. And she was, "Bro, what are you doing? What would you?" And I was like, Leslie, I told you that we weren't going to be back together, if we did this. So that, 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 okay. Then next, we move to Oklahoma, same situation. Now, she was having money coming in, I was having money coming in, but she didn't like her family, I didn't like her family, we didn't trust her family. I'm isolated at this point. So we pretty much have to stay in the same household, okay? So we break up, and she was like, "Look, bro, if we're gonna cohabitate, we can't be doing what we do. Um, just give me a little space. Don't touch me. Don't do this." And I was like, "That's cool, bro." So I'm doing my studio stuff, doing my thing, and she comes up to me and she says, "Look, man, I know we're not together, but," and I was like, "Nope, no, that's not gonna happen. You remember what happened last time? I don't want you to get mixed signals." Now that's the same situation Fredo was going through. See, he tried to break up with Jasmine, and everybody keeps calling Fredo manipulative and saying he's a narcissist and saying, no, he's not. No, he's not. He didn't. He lived with his daughter just like I lived with my son for his whole life. Saw him every day, just like he saw his daughter every day. He was not. You know how hard it is to just wake up and not be able to take care of your child, to just wake up and not be able to see your child, to just wake up and wonder if this little person that you created, that you've been seeing for the past year, year and a half, 2 years, is okay, if somebody's feeding them what they like and chopping up their carrots how they like it. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all. Do you know what it's like when you feel like you can't trust the mother? When you feel like you know that she's doing something that she's not supposed to be doing, that she might have some dude, some untrustworthy weirdo around your child, or that one family member that smokes cigarettes in front of everybody's kids and doesn't care and uses all kind of words and walks around without a shirt. That's not a good feeling. And I mean, I can relate. Now, secondly, he was trying to kick her out because she wasn't doing her part financially. And this is where it flips on me. My opinion on that is you should have prepared for that, bro. You should have prepared for that during the pregnancy. Now, babies are not that expensive. So from when you found out, I mean, of course they got engaged and broke up 2 months later. But at the same time, bro, why did you not have enough money saved up for that on the side? You could have went to her like, look, I've been looking for this is not gonna work. I've been looking for apartments for you, or my parents or somebody can help us, or they look like they had their stuff together. They might be a little bit younger than me. They look like they had okay credit. They probably had two cars. They probably had some kind of something that they could have did. They could have had a GoFundMe. Of course, you don't want to beg to get your BM an apartment or a hotel till she could get whatever going. But if you really were that concerned about not hurting this woman, I mean, you should have took the proper steps to make sure that didn't happen. So in my situation, I was clearly a lot less mature than these two people are in this situation. Even though when Jimmy was born, when I was 25, 2016, okay, we had nothing. We had a car. That's it. I probably had at most like two bands to my name at one point. We had nothing. Okay. So on the flip side, when I stopped working, I was taking care of my son at home. Liz had two jobs because she was just giving birth, and she didn't want to. No, actually, Jimmy was like a year and a half. And this is when I had a warrant for my arrest. I could have went to prison for a maximum of a year and a half. I didn't have that. I had like $1,000 to my name. I was depressed, probably, or just working a lot, just doing my YouTube thing, doing my music thing. And she came up to me and she said, "Aaron, I got enough money saved up for me to get an apartment." And I was like, "Cool." And she was like, "So I don't want you to live with me because you're negative, you're not working, and this and this." And I was like, "What? I'm not working and you have two jobs because you were sneaky and you got a second job instead of coming home and taking care of your son with me. And that's why I don't have that much money. That's why I'm depressed because of that. And I'm not negative. The only time you see me is when I'm tired and all kind of stuff. So she was like, well, I'm gonna move out in like 2 months, blah 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 blah, 3 months. And I was like, that's what's up, that's what's up. So I end up taking the initiative and I moved out by myself. My grandmother, her, and my cousin took care of my child. I told her I'll be back in like less than a year, maybe 6 to 8 months. She was salty about that. She was salty about that, but I was the solution though. I was the solution in both situations. She was salty. She was salty, and it wasn't. You can't threaten me though, because if I'm gonna be homeless with this warrant, I have no money. I have no idea what I'm gonna do when I get out of jail or possibly prison. You can't put me. You can't back me in that corner. Now, Jasmine, on the other hand, I'm not saying that women aren't capable of reacting how I reacted, but Jasmine does not seem as if she is the solution oriented person. And he knew that. So you can't come up to somebody and put them in the same situation as me with the child, bro. And he kept saying, I'm not going to put my child on the street. You don't have to put the child on the street. You could have figured it out. Both of them, they didn't have, neither of them didn't have the solution to their issues. Neither of them did. And of course, like I said, they're probably like 23. They're definitely at least 3 years younger than me, and me being 28. So if I have all my facts correct, Fredo, I don't believe Fredo cheated because me being in the same situations, like I said, I never cheated on Liz. Never have. Every time I talked to a female, we were broken up. But at the same time, Jasmine probably put homie in the same situation. That manipulative, unspoken, oh, we're back together. No, we're not. She was probably not, she has every right to cry, and but to be walking around crying in front of somebody saying, baby, why can't we get back together? And when she was like, all right, pull it together, girl, let's get this man back. I'm gonna cook his favorite stuff. I'm gonna get him some beer after work. I'm gonna have a whole, I mean, she still had a whole house cleaning, she's not doing shit. But like, she pretty much did the same thing. I'm guessing he didn't add that. Pretty much did the same thing Liz probably did. Probably tried to hook him up at night or after work. Probably was giving him a little massages. Probably start sneakily calling him Bay or Boo or whatever pet name they call each other. And then when anything happened, or when he was on the phone with one of his chicks, what are you doing, Fredo? I thought we were back together. Who is that? Or contacting the chick on Facebook, you can have him. Me and his son or me and his daughter are gonna blah 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 blah, and we're gonna be in the cold. So I just want you to know I send you my honest blessings. You and dude have a nice life. And when he found out about it, he was like, bro, see, that's why I don't want you, bro. See, the thing about it is, she begged for dude back, just like all of my girlfriends have at the time. Like, the one thing my mom always taught me, never go anywhere where you're not welcome. What is the point? That's the same thing I would tell her. You can't afford to be there. And then it was I played that same role. Like, I can't afford to not live without you. You can't afford, well, I could have. You can't afford to live without me with my child. I don't have time to take care of this child and make money. So let's just stay in the same house. There's multiple bedrooms. We don't have to sleep together. We don't have to interact with each other like that. Let's just not partake in specific activities with each other. I think it was more of a I think it was more of a 50-50. I think it was Fredo not having emotional intelligence and still wanting things to be peaceful. And I think it was her not setting, well, they both should have set themselves up to win. Because 9 times out of 10, they got engaged, and I think the engagement was 2 months prior to the breakup. I was always told that however long it takes between one event to the actual breakup, The person who initiated the breakup had been contemplating that breakup for twice as long. So they were engaged for 2 months, 4 months before the breakup, 2 months before the initial engagement, which is why a lot of people get engaged for some reason because they think that's going to make the relationship better. Is what I read and what I'm saying actually. 2 months before the initial engagement, he really, really wanted to break up with her, and they've been together for 6 years, so they're probably not high school sweethearts, so they might be around the same age as me. I don't know. Again, they're probably like 26. But no, I don't think dude is a. I think he's just a regular man. I think he's just stupid. I think he's just emotionally unintelligent. He was being very emotional, um, but at the same time, he spends a lot of time with two females. Mm, and a woman's personality is a lot stronger than a man's personality. A woman's femininity is going to overpower a woman. A man is going to adapt to his woman quicker than a woman's going to adapt to masculinity. 9 times out of 10, you can tell when a man spends too much time in the house and needs to have a, a boys' night out or whatever. You can tell. It's easy. Okay, like bro, you spend way too much time with your wife. Why are you talking like that? Or why are you being so emotional? Or why are you calling me the B word? Like, nah, bro. Throw a football. Do some push-ups. Hit some foot. Every time you do some girly stuff, I need you to hit like 20 push-ups, bro. All right. So she should have left. He should have been uh the solution based character in this interaction. The solutions are up to him to stay calm and to create solutions. Okay, he made the problem bigger than the solutions, and that's his job. That's his role. She didn't want to provide, or she couldn't provide because she was taking care of their child. That is like some Jerry Springer stuff, bro. So that's a thumbs down from me, Fredo. Like, you don't get mad at a woman because she is taking care of your child and can't work. Just like a woman should not get mad at a man because he's working too hard and doesn't have enough time to spend with her. But when you want some Panda Express, you're not complaining about that. When you want some new shoes, you're not complaining about that. When you don't even remember when your phone bill is due because it never gets cut off, you're not complaining about that. So don't complain about a man working too hard. Stupid. And don't complain about a woman not making money because she's taking care of situations you can't take care of. Yes, he could clean his own dishes and cook his own food and mop and sweep and do everything else. Notice he never complained about the house being dirty. He never complained about the baby being dirty. He never complained about there being weird smells or all kind of people in his house when he came home. Never complained about that. So, bro, you can't get mad at a woman for doing what you're not gonna do while you're at work. It's times, I'm sure there's times where he got sent home early and he went to the bar or played some video games with the boys or something like that. He didn't come straight home every day. Just like I didn't come straight home every day. Just like she didn't come straight home every day. And nobody complained about that. But yeah, it was a lot of I sensed a little postpartum depression. I sensed a little postpartum depression in there. Um, but at the same time, bro, there should have been some kind of way to get her out of that situation. He at the end brought his parents in you know, with their unbiased opinions with the grandmother instigating in the background in the peanut gallery. If they loved her so much, why couldn't she go stay with them? And she didn't have to walk around you trying to manipulate you to be back with her, with her pity party, crying in your face, calling you bae, doing favors for you at night, probably taking selfies with you and the baby. Like, bro, all that normal level one feminine manipulation to get back with you stuff. You brought that part upon yourself. She also, I mean, I don't know if he was disrespectful about it, talking to the girl and the girls in front of in front of her face, coming home. Obviously, just got out of a good situation, but um, I think what they went through is pretty normal. I mean, the fact that I went through it, definitely shouldn't dub it normal because I have a far from normal life. So I think I would give it at first I was thinking the 70-30, 70 being her, 30 being him, and then I switched it to 70 being him, 30 being her. But I'm gonna give it a 60-40. I'm gonna give it a 60-40. 60 on her, 40 on him. I'm gonna give it a 50-50 because somebody should have taught her. Somebody should have given her the tools to feel like she doesn't need to be around this dude. Feel like she's gonna die if she's not around him, begging him back, crying, doing all of that. She should have taught herself through that, through just life, through just living. Why are you begging this dude back? Your daughter's gonna see that. Your daughter is going to feel this energy. Energy does not just go away. And if this happens to your daughter, it's not going to be it shouldn't be a surprise. So you have to change specific things about you. That was one of my biggest anxieties about having a child. What is my son going to receive from me? What negative habits and personality traits is he going to receive from me? That bothered me the most about not the financial stuff, not the fact that we were living with my grandma, not that I had no idea what I was going to do with my life, not the fact that I had a warrant, I could have went to prison for almost 3 years, for a year and a half, excuse me. It was the fact that I didn't know I didn't know what negativity my son was gonna pick up from me. And I didn't really know Liz like that. So that um again, don't put yourself in this situation. How do you not put yourself in a situation? Don't live with anybody, bro. Don't live with don't live with anybody. Don't live with anybody. Don't live with anybody. Okay? If she was living by herself the whole time, this wouldn't even happen. They would probably not even have a child, number one. But she definitely wouldn't have been afraid. She definitely wouldn't have had to be put in a situation where she wasn't making any money. She wasn't making enough money for this dude, and her being a stay-at-home mom until she was in recovery. I don't know how old their child is. I want to say the child's like maybe not even a year. I don't know exactly. But if she would have been living by herself and he would have been living by himself, none of this would have happened. They could have got engaged and then moved in with each other and then saw, wow, we really shouldn't be spending too much time together. Or it's just, it doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense that dude got mad at her because she was taking care of the baby so she couldn't make money. Even though I guess she was a YouTuber too, so she could have done something. Or I don't know. But that was for him to figure out, honestly, because if she just had a baby, her hormones aren't going to be leveled out for a good 6 to 8 months. She's not going to have the same personality she's had prior to being pregnant for 6 to 8 months. She's not going to have the same state of mind. Her mind's not going to be the same mind, bro. Her brain is physically not the same brain, bro. Her body's not going to operate the same, bro, especially if she's breastfeeding. So you shouldn't expect too much. You're is you're supposed to provide the solutions, bro. You don't have to make all the money, but you definitely have to provide a good 70% of the solutions. In my case, 90. Okay, but I mean, they were just. I want to. I'm curious how old this dude is. How old both of these peoples are. Let me look right now. I should have did my research. They don't have any wrinkles on their foreheads. They're both wearing. She's wearing those jeans from the '90s. He has on a denim jacket. His voice is kind of like medium high pitched. He's pretty emotional. He cried like 3 times. She cried like 8 times. Um, yeah, but I get it though. He didn't want to. He didn't want the child to grow up without a parent. But see, that was my whole thing. Without two parents in the home. But that's not up to you, bro. That is not up to you. So you gotta let that go, homie. And sometimes, like again, I'm not trying to get all, but sometimes it's better again to live separate because that's a lot of things. That's a thing that people like to stress and try to force. It is healthier for your child to witness you go through a divorce and separate than constant fighting or constant alienating each other or alienation from the whole family. One parent, the parent that's always in the room on the computer, or the mom that's always over here and the kids always in the middle watching TV or going outside. That's not healthy to see. Or constant arguing, or they're always drinking and getting and doing stuff so they can deal with each other and you, or just the negativity, just the tension in the air at all times, and the passive aggressiveness. It's healthier to be separated, and whatever weirdness that the woman teaches the child, as a father you correct it, or give some positive reinforcement or negative reinforcement and send them back. And the mom's like, you know what, blah blah blah. Whatever weird stuff the child picks up from the dad, the mom nurtures it out, whatever it is. But no, it's not healthy to try to force yourself to be with somebody because you want a family that you didn't have. That's well, you should have did it differently then. That's your fault, bro. Because if you really wanted it that bad, you wouldn't have created this situation. Definitely wouldn't have created this situation. But yeah, man, it's Dr. Moses breaking it down analytically. But guys, if you want to see more of these type videos, I'm gonna open a new channel. It's actually not new at all. I just took all my videos down because they were videos that I didn't want you guys to see. But it's gonna be called We the Bang TV 2. If you wanna see more of these response videos, reaction, and my music, it's gonna be there. I'm actually gonna download. I don't know if I can download this video and upload it on there. You could, like, back in the day, even like 6 months ago, you could. But yeah. So I don't have the link in the description. I'm probably gonna edit that in at some point. Also, don't send me anything in that PO box. I no longer have that PO box, so don't send anything. If you want, I can probably get another one. I guess when I get more subs and I get more activity and I get more requests for gifts, they definitely died down since it's getting closer to holiday season. But again, my reaction video channel, response video is gonna be kind of like Young Pharaoh's higher perspective, but nowhere as near sophisticated as that. We're gonna get real ratchet until I can start using, or until I have to stop using profanity because I don't have any subs on there yet. So when I get that monetization, then I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit, start wearing my collared shirts and picking my hair. I didn't pick my hair this morning. Ooh, I should have just did that. That was a quick little fix. Anyways, guys, that's it. It's Aaron Moses. Life is in the breath. Breathe it in. Peace. Oh, wait. Who do you think? Who do you think was wrong? I want you to. I'm actually gonna put the link in that description. You could just type in Pretty Boy Fredo Jasmine. You don't even have to type in her real name. I think I typed in Samantha or something like that. If you type in Pretty Boy Fredo, you'll be able to find it. But who do you think was in the wrong? I want you to give your percentages. Like I said, I think it's more of a 60-40 on her part because she didn't learn enough self-love. She obviously didn't save her money right when she knew she was going to have a child, which, guys, children aren't that expensive, bro. Children aren't that expensive to the point where you need to be just in that situation. I think a crib is like what, we didn't even have a crib. We had a bassinet that was like $50, $75. We got it at Walmart. That a crib. We got diapers in three different sizes. That was actually kind of that. That was like $50 too. Um, and then the hospital we went to gave us, actually they gave us free diapers for the first couple like the first 2 months, and then a breast pump. Actually, it was kind of expensive. I just don't. We were buying stuff as we went. I think the first 3 months, 2 months, we only spent like $500. We had the Dollar Tree wipes, which we probably shouldn't have did that because he kept on getting rashes. But yeah, that's it. All right, peace for real.